toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio
Show. Alright, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Stezo Radio. This is probably the one y'all been waiting on, because if you follow social media, you've been hearing all about Mr. Derrick Jaxn, aka Mr. Lover Lover, BKA Mr. Talking His Car, CKA Mr. Don't Practice What He Preach. This is going to be a part 2, just so y'all know. The first part of this is going to be me and nothing but women. Then the second part is going to be me with the fellas. I wanted to bring both together, but I ain't want no fucking Avengers type war. So on this one, I got Brown Sugar Baby. Yes, that is her name. I got Joyous coming back. Joyous came back to join us. And of course, we got DC, aka That Chick. Now, some of y'all may remember DC had us play Mr. Jackson's card game on the episode way back in the day. And no, because I'm gonna get the game props. The game was actually fun. But I talked to my lawyer, and my lawyer said that we have nothing to worry about because we technically didn't promote the assholes game. We just played the game. So if he does go down in the ball of flames, Stezo Radio and all his people connected to it had nothing to do with that. So I got to start with you, DC. Seeing that you bought the game, which means you kind of liked him, or kind of, thought he was cool enough to send him money. Did the news that broke about him cheating on his wife, did it shock you? Did you not believe it? What was your first take?
My first take, I was definitely in shock. I was like, nah, this can't be true. This cannot be true until the receipts start rolling in. I was like, yes. roll your boat. On top of receipts, it reminds me of dudes who cheat that just 100% think that they got their sides on lock and they ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, I mean, he had a good run from everything that's coming out. They really wasn't saying nothing.
I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't think they were sad.
Huh?
It seemed like they were kind of short-lived, and then boom. I mean, except for the old girl who he was cheating on when his wife was pregnant back in February. She was probably the longest running shit.
I followed up on one of them. She was a surgeon.
Right, that was the most recent one.
So, apparently, the surgeon didn't know he was married, but Tasha K knew he was married the whole time, right?
Tasha K is the one who leaked the story.
But so, she was married at the beginning, though, right?
Right, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, she the one that started.
I don't know how long ago she knew he was married. Somewhere she found out he was married before the rest of us found out, but the surgeon was the most recent chick. He only been messing on her since October.
Yeah, and apparently the only reason why she wanted to retaliate is because he was like he was through with her, correct?
No. She found out that he was lying to her the whole time. So she exposed him as a liar. So far I only know about 3 chicks. The first chick that came out was the one who he flew to Miami to be with him for his birthday. Or something like that. Like it was either they flew to Miami and then they went back to Atlanta for his birthday or something like that. That was somebody somebody who he was supposedly had known for over 10 years, but never was like intimate with until 2020. So from July to August, it was supposedly just like a 2-month thing, and he just cut her completely off without any notice. So one day we talking on the phone, 2 days later I blocked you on all my social media, and she got taken up.
So could that be the chick that he blocked? So she was just like, she told him he was done. He told her he was done, and then she was like,
that chick, I think she came out because of the fact that he just was like cold turkey her.
But I'm not like, who find him?
The doctor chick is the one that was pregnant, and that was like that was in like December. Yeah, she had an abortion.
Yeah.
Then I thought Tasha said Tasha K was like 2 years ago. Some other chick. Oh, this was exactly. I don't know who that was. Like, I don't think that she ever gave that girl's name because the girl wasn't giving her. She wasn't willing to go on the record with the story, so she didn't release her name.
So on the video that she shared with me yesterday, she said that the only person that didn't want to be released was the doctor chick. Everybody else was okay with giving that information.
No, so that was the most recent video. So prior to the first girl coming out, the girl that actually spent the night in his house, his and his wife's house, it was another chick that claimed that she was pregnant by him 2 years prior. That chick backed out. She contacted Tasha K, and she was telling her, I was pregnant by him. I had a miscarriage or whatever ended up happening, but she didn't end up going. She didn't want to go on the record with the story because whatever conversation he had with her, whatever, caused her to back out. So she was just like, never mind. I don't want to go any further with the story. So Tasha K said she never released any information because she didn't have all of the details for that story. Plus, old girl didn't want to go on the record, so she didn't have the proper receipts to back it up. So she sat on that. So then come along the first girl who went to Miami and then came back to Atlanta, stayed at his house, took pictures of him. That's the one. That's the one that was supposed to have known him for a long period of time.
So she probably know the one too.
She claimed that she saw boxes in the house and all her wigs were there, and she closed her closet, stuff all over the finger purse. Then come to find out, Tasha K reported recently that the reason why it was boxes in the house is because they just moved into the house not too long ago, and they were still, unpacking or whatever. But he's supposed to be cheating on her since the beginning of the time. So even when he started his podcast, career, relationship, advice crap, he was already a cheater, cheating on his wife.
Let's talk about what the last chick said. If you don't mind, Stezo, let's talk about what the last chick said. The doctor chick, the surgeon, said that we roughhousing her like, yeah, you're gonna do what I want. So that could potentially be how he's treating his wife, or worse, and which was the reason why she agreed to do the whole video and the whole, just not even bothering to.
The surgeon said too that he, showing text message threads talking about, I need to come talk to you, and she just, we saying this just to say thanks, nothing more, nothing less. We still broke.
Yeah, I feel like that. He
like he's a liar.
He wanted to threaten her to not.
But he is the kind of person that is a charming master manipulator. So if I could get you in person, I can charmingly manipulate your ass to be like, okay, I'm gonna believe what you say. That's his personality.
That's all that though.
His
thing.
Go ahead.
I have never seen anybody come on, well, I ain't gonna say national TV, but just come on, publicize himself the way that he did, and admit everything the way that he did, and still don't sound like he did anything. I was like, dang, he a girl. I was like,
oh my God.
Like, he didn't do nothing wrong because he said everything he said everything that he did. He was like, and it's nothing, no excuses. And he was miss you. Your husband doing the thing. You know how people be like making excuses when they
if nothing else had come out after that video, I would have been like, well, maybe he changed. He gonna be better, and he found the Lord, and they killed it. And
So, ladies, did any of you feel fooled? I'm not saying a fool, but did you feel fooled? I mean, because he had a follow. He got over 4 million, I think, on Facebook.
He really had a following.
1 or 2 million on Instagram. I mean, he had a big ass following. YouTube, I think, got 1 million.
I'm gonna tell you, I think
his follow base actually grew since the video. I think it was like 3. And because if you notice his last video that's on his page has more views than any of his other videos ever. So
I think that's just views. I don't think like the subscriptions and followers. I don't think that part.
People say he's doing that for publicity. So to answer your question,
a lot of people
I don't feel misled or anything because I wasn't like a huge supporter of him. I was kind of like in the middle, like almost with the guys, but not as extreme as the guys. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he
just like, be true kind of thing. That's how I feel. Like he's so perfect. Like something is always a miss when somebody is so perfect. Because at first of all,
he still seems perfect to me. I'm like, what the?
I didn't even know the man was married. So I was always wondering, like, if he has all of the answers for relationships and how they should work, and he has all of this great insight and understanding of how to be with a married, why he not with somebody? Why does he have a spouse? And the whole time he did, but I just know. Nobody knew. A lot of people just didn't know. And so when you know, how long you know that he was married?
Yeah, I knew he was married too.
A year or so. I did not know he was married. And he's been married 4 years. He's been married 4 years.
They've been together 12 though, right?
Yeah, they've been together for 14. They were together 10 years prior to them getting married. Oh, that's what he was talking about, all this cheating he was doing prior to. Okay. Right. So he was supposedly cheating on her. I actually looked on her Instagram because a lot of people was making a lot of comments about her Instagram, and she seemed depressed and that, this, and that, the third. I didn't kind of get that she seemed depressed. I did, get that she compared herself to the women that she seen him cheating with or whatever, which is, kind of, it's a thing. You like what she got that I don't get type of situation. But she had made a comment in a picture. She posted a comment in a picture. She said, I ran away and this man came and got me in a helicopter.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I didn't know if it was related, but it was probably a cheating incident.
Probably a cheating incident. So all of the comments, like it was a ton of comments on the post. So I'm scrolling past all the comments because they like a week ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They all within the time of the incident. I want to see what comments were made 65 weeks ago. And all of the comments that were made at that time were just like, oh, that's so sweet. And, probably from people that just don't know what's going on, if it was a cheating situation, or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But when you say I ran away from him and he came and got me in a helicopter, that sounds like a grand gesture to me. And I ran away from him.
That you were trying
something was wrong, and then you got your shit together. And he was like, no, don't go.
So is it safe to assume that she knew he was cheating?
Yeah, I know she knew he was. I think for sure she knew he was cheating. She's known that he's been a cheater for quite some time because if you look on her Instagram, some of her posts are like a couple years old, like over a year, 2 years, maybe between 1 and 2 years old, and she's saying stuff like, I found, pictures in his phone or videos in his phone, and she was on one comment, she was saying something to the point of she was watching the girl orgasm, learning her body better than she knew her own. And I was like, for what purpose? Just watching a video, just consumed by it, I guess, because your man.
This was on her page?
This was on her Instagram.
I need you to tag me in that. So I got a question for y'all.
Then I'm gonna finish it.
Right.
I got a question. None of her comments.
What do y'all think about her? Do y'all feel like she was actually forced to do the video with him? Do y'all think that she really feels the way she feels? The things that she said in the video. How do y'all feel about that?
I don't think she was forced, but I think he got enough control over her to have her do whatever he wants her to do.
That's the same thing, right?
No, I don't want to say it's the same because I look at it like this. I think she wanted to make herself look a certain way, but I don't think they rehearsed it. I'll say that. They didn't rehearse it like Will and Jacob. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't feel like she was forced. Maybe he had a conversation with her and said, I need you to do this. We need to go on and try to kind of get ahead of this thing and clear the air or whatever. But ultimately, I think she did it because she probably believed him.
Believed him? You think she was?
Girl. Believed him because she has like this very, very strong Christian, religious upbringing, values, and believe him to the point where, because this stuff that came out happened. What came out was what took place when he had the girl in his house and he had her down in Miami. That was July of last year. Like August anniversary. Right. That August he had already blocked the chick that he had in the house, and he was recommitting or whatever himself to his wife with that whole. But she said that she left that. I think that left because he said that they had broken up in February, or they split in February. But he had a girl in the house in July. Right. So there was another girl. The second girl was the girl that he was messing with in February. That came out after the July chick. So the second girl was the girl that he was messing with in February, and he was probably messing with her from February on. I can't remember. I didn't end up finishing that video, so I don't know all the details of how that transpired or what concluded it or whatever. But the February chick is what brought everything to the forefront because she was actually in the house. So Tasha K had the vendetta against him because he went on his channel and blasted her, calling her a narcissist, and did this whole video about her, how she a crazy female chick or whatever. And so Tasha K already didn't like him. So when she got this information about the relationship guru, not only cheating on his wife, but cheating on his wife in their home.
So, are you saying that Tasha K was not one of the victims? I thought she was one.
No, she was never one of the victims. She's the blogger. She's the one that exposed him on all this stuff.
No, Wanda B brought up a good point. He's trying to save his brand. That's kind of what I got from the video. I didn't think it had nothing to do with her.
I saw from the video too, and I don't think it had anything to do with her either. He brought her on to show that he wanted the people to feel like I was honest with my wife. We've gotten everything taken care of. We're in counseling. We've been in counseling since August of last year to rebuild. I found God. It's definitely a lie because he met the next chick in October and been dealing with her from October to now. So the girl that he met in October is the doctor chick. And she said on the video, on the interview she did with Tasha K, she said when she found out, she said she didn't have social media. And she said that she never, she said she knew that he was like some life coach or inspirational speaker or something like that, but she didn't know the magnitude of what he was like, giving all his relationship advice. She said when she finally did get the information from him that, there was something going on, and she searched on YouTube, she couldn't find none of his videos on her page on YouTube because he had blocked her. Right. So she had to go to her sister's page, and then she started seeing all these videos, and she's like, this nigga sitting in front of my house recording these videos.
Now that's crazy. Like, why video. She said she got video all through her house. She got cameras all through her house.
Of him naked, everything.
Yeah.
So no, he ain't been. This was all up front, and that goes back to like this dude is just like a master manipulator. He is really good at video.
I ain't even seen all the videos. I just tell them the one video with him coming out saying everything's true, and I'm looking like.
And then the video he did where he is critiquing. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about these two. Like I don't know. In terms of no, honey, no.
I thought so when I saw that video on TikTok, I think he was talking about another. He could not have been talking about himself.
Himself. No, I think he took it down. I think he took it down because when I went to somebody had commented under it, and because I posted the video of him talking about his video in the third person.
But how do you know he's talking about his video?
Because he has his video playing.
Yeah.
Are you
He has his video playing. But then it's like, he pauses, he looks at the...
And it's on his page. It's on his page.
No, he took it down. He took it down. Yeah, they was clowning him. They was clowning his ass like crazy over there.
Like, are you participating? Because what he said was, somebody in the comments was like, D, analyze this video or something like that. He was like, oh, okay, sure. No, dude. No. Don't analyze this video. Don't do that. Don't go on here and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to look at the wife. She looks like she might be afraid or uncomfortable. I'm like, really? No.
I'm gonna tell you what I took from him doing that. What I took from him doing that third person video, he was basically telling women, my shit don't stink. Y'all still gonna fuck with me.
That's how I felt. I felt like because he gave himself a pass on the back of the head. Like, oh, it looked like the dude was being very honest. Really. So the dude is telling me that the dude is being very honest. And he's being accountable for his actions.
Yeah.
I learned what?
Maybe what you say?
He said he didn't believe Kevin when he was repenting for his actions. No, every time. And that's why I was like, he would not have went that soft and been that passive. That he was biased against his own self. So of course, everything dude looking like he doing look like it's gonna be good. Coming from third person.
Right. Who was Kevin?
Kevin Hart, when he went in on Kevin Hart.
Because he is critiqued like everybody, Jen. Everybody. Anytime there's like, oh well, if you really love your woman, even the whole thing. Okay, so old girl from Miami, she was like, what really peed her off was she heard an interview that he did when some chick asked about if you are separated from your husband, but y'all separated, you know, kind of living separate lives or whatever, is it okay for you to date? And he said separated is not divorce. I do not believe that it's okay to date if you could potentially get back with your spouse and then what? Or if you ended it, then end it and move on, blah, 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 blah. And she like, nigga, I was in your fucking bed and you called yourself separated from your wife. Damn!
Yeah, they've been replaying all his videos. The one I like is when you tell guys about guys cheating, and if you don't want to, leave her alone. Don't cheat on her. Let the next man have it.
And how he tell women to not forgive them.
Yep.
Because if they did it once, they gonna do it again.
Yep.
He's a repetitive, habitual cheater. And what I like, all of this was just entertainment for me. Like I was just, because I never was like this big Derrick Jaxn fan. Because like I said, I'm like, something is amiss with him. You give a good advice on something, and then something is like, oh well, that can kind of go both ways. For the man, for the woman, whatever. But everything was perfect. Everything was always so great. And you just never saw him with a woman. So, why are you so great and you don't got a woman? So, I was never really that invested in him. So for me, it was just all entertainment. I could completely understand how guys were feeling, how they were so elated that all of this was coming out. His shit was hitting the fan and going back in his face. Because you've been trashing dudes for years at this point. For years. So but what kind of upset me was how people started coming after his wife. One girl posted a picture of the wife from the live that they did, and then a picture of the side chick, and said, well, could it be that he cheated on her because she didn't keep herself up? I mean, look at the side chick. She was pretty and banging and blah, 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 blah. So then here's the wife with a bonnet on and no rock. And I'm like, so if you fine and you work out every day and you always dress to the nine, you're not gonna get cheated on?
The wife is in great shape. She just, she don't care about that type of stuff. But Derrick has multiple personalities, as you can tell from, like, he likes to have the hoe, not the hoe, but the girl who performs slutty duties. He likes to have that outside the home, and he likes to have the homely chick that cooks and cleans and take care of his kids at home, basically.
Yeah, because the wife didn't look attractive. She didn't look attractive at all. I couldn't believe she came on, I don't want to say TV, but I'm like,
but she wasn't ugly. Like, if you look at
I don't give a fuck. You finna be seen by people. Don't. I'm just. I ain't saying she wasn't ugly, but don't come on like that. Don't come on like that. Don't. No, I'm just saying.
I hear him.
I'm just saying, don't come on like that. I wouldn't get on live if I'm trying to present myself to the world with my around the house clothes. What the fuck?
Me either. That's what I was saying. Like,
go ahead.
I feel like she should have presented herself. She didn't have to put no makeup on, no wig on, or whatever. She could put her hair in a ponytail, and you know what I'm saying. She could have just been like presentable, because she's a pretty girl. Like I said, like, if you go on her Instagram page, you can see pictures of her where she looks pretty. She has a nice shape. He ain't married no ugly chick, but I just think that he doesn't care. I wonder what the conversation was like when they was having this live. Like, did he tell her to do her hair? Did he tell her that she should become, like, what was the conversation?
She was in there. She was in there taking a nap. He tapped on the shoulder and said, "Wake up real fast." That's what it was.
I think they probably were having a conversation about the whole situation, and he was like, "Let's do a live real quick." Something that was super spare of the moment. He's like, "Nah, man, you look good."
Why would he want her like that? Looking like that, though.
Right.
Ultimately, I think that the whole reason for the live was to save his brand. It was a financial decision for him.
Nah. That man too smart. Right. That man too smart. That man wanted her to look homely, so he'd be like, "Hey."
That's what I feel.
Hey.
Like, he was okay with her looking like that.
Exactly. Because I've seen women take pictures outside, and before they put them on Facebook, they look at that picture like 15 times. Take it again. And that's a photo.
But you know what? If you look through her page and you kind of read through her comments and stuff, that's not what she values. That's not important to her. It's important at times. She gets dressed up.
Hold on, Sasha. It's important at times because she has been dressed up.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I was just gonna say.
No, if
she is dressed up to like go out and go to like events or something. Like, she was dressed real pretty, and I think they were like at the Essence Festival or something like that. He was doing something on stage.
But what you're saying is,
so she gets presentable for that.
But what you're saying is,
wait a minute, Stezo.
You talk too long. Shit.
Times you see, you ain't even let me finish. A lot of times when you see her, she'll have no makeup on. Her hair is pulled up in like a little knot ponytail, or it's just straight like blow dried or whatever.
Never had
and
her videos though.
No, I didn't see a bonnet. Like, the last couple of videos, she had the bonnet in the hat. That was like, she looked stressed in those videos to me. Like,
you giving her a pass.
I don't even give a fuck.
You giving her a pass.
Almost like I don't give a fuck.
It's almost like he was like, I want you to appear like you a little bothered by the incident. I don't want you to look too good. Don't come on looking fly as fuck. What you was about to say, Mimi?
What you doing?
I
can't see you.
Yeah.
She didn't forget. We all didn't forget.
People talk when they talk
right.
about because you've been doing it
I know you didn't.
Cause you be talking. Your face in the picture, and I'm not looking at it.
Man.
Whatever.
She got a lot to say, boy. She got a lot to say. I'm gonna start calling you Joyous Cake. Shit, get your own podcast. But I honestly felt that he didn't want her to look good because he didn't want other dudes in her DM. I thought about that too.
Yes, I don't think it was that.
Shit.
I didn't pick up that from it.
It's a lot of.
I don't think that she was cheating on him.
From all that video.
I don't think that she was cheating on him. She was so.
But she probably not getting no DMs right now, like you said. And if she come on there looking all hot still, she might get some DMs because everybody's cheating now. Right? Like, oh, she cheating on you anyway, but what's up? You know what I'm saying?
She mess around and get her Derrick Jaxn in her DM saying that man don't love you. He should need to let you go.
Right. She got a lot of people in her DM saying a lot of stuff about how that man don't love her and he should let her go. It ain't enough. I'm trying to holler, like, let me stand up and do that type of situation, but I don't think that would phase her.
Oh, right.
I don't. But looking at her profile, read some of the stuff that she says, listen to her videos, she ain't going.
I don't know, the right man eating the right peach at the right time, she fuck around answer that DM.
The Chelsea friend had that reach out to Derrick Jaxn to talk to him about the situation, not to be a listener ear.
No.
Everything going on.
I didn't see that.
Friend? What happened with that? I don't know if he ever called or not. It's like I'm sending you a lot of information. I'm DMing you my number. What did he say that? No, I'm lying. He said DM me if you want to talk. Basically.
When he posted on one of his posts.
It was like, this ain't I'm not finna be your publicist or help you get out of the situation. This ain't what this is called for. But right now, I think that you need somebody, and we can talk.
Yeah. I feel like he's one of those people that's not even receptive to anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's gonna help his cause. You know what I feel like that's exactly what he would use it for, to try to help it. Like, I'm gonna give you what I think you want, or I'm gonna say the things that I think you may want to hear from me, to see how much it could benefit me in the long run. Yeah. Not that I'm gonna take this information and make some sort of change within myself or make some sort of better person. You know, just to see real what he would actually. I don't think Fred would say what they talk about. No, he probably wouldn't. But Derrick might use it as an opportunity. Right. Yeah, I feel like he would use that as a maybe if I could rub elbows with him real good and then something could come of it. It'll be some sort of what I get out of this situation kind of plot for him. Because at this point, I think he about to lose some deals with, I think, TD Jakes or somebody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna do a little Stezo Petty moment, and I want y'all to be honest. When dealing with a man like this, he's staying in shape, he's talking to women, basically he's pandering to women, he's doing all these seminars with nothing but women in there. I want to say, is it safe to say you think 90% of his fans are women?
Absolutely.
Okay,
especially considering the content.
Okay, now with all that being said, that's temptation like a motherfucker. Doesn't it seem like it was inevitable that he was gonna cheat? But
Tasha K.
You don't think it's gonna happen regardless?
I think that it is a lot of temptation, and it'll be. But Tasha K, she made a comment that kind of alluded to that was his plan all along. Like, this platform, he catering to women, women jumping in his DMs, and he's jumping back in theirs because he uses this platform as a way to connect.
But this is my thing. Like, you can't mix business with pleasure and still expect to have a business. Like, from what I can see, he is not even messing with women that know about him. Like, she didn't know about him. The girl surgeon. I don't know about the other girl who was in his house. She known her for a long period of time, so she probably did. But it seems like the other females don't even know what he did. Like, they don't know he's this man of power who's an influencer and all of this thing. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe he was tempted by these things, but in essence, what he chose to do was find chicks that didn't know anything about him so that it wouldn't affect his whole life.
I feel like it's more to the story. Like, we don't have all of the details yet. Like, I'm sure there's more chicks out there that either need to have their story vetted first before people actually release them, or they're going to try to figure out a way to make a monetary back. Because, you know,
well, I'm still saying, like, if he's stupid enough to mess with chicks that he actually mentor into, then he deserves to have all his money taken from him.
I think he deserves to have it now.
I mean, like, that's not my place to say, but I'm just saying, like, if that's what he was on, like, your goal in the first place was to get hoes and get pussy, then you got what you deserve.
And the
like,
the crazy thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you guys think that he gives good advice? I think some of the advice that he gave, it has been good.
It's just, my thing is just he not applying it to his own fucking situation. But his advice is good. Like, it's reasonable advice. I would fucking take it if it was applicable to my situation. But yeah, like, you're just saying it because it sounds good, and you know that's what fucking women want to hear.
His advice was trash because it was jaded. That's how I look at it. Seriously, it's like if you call your friend.
Jaded.
It's like calling your friend right after they got into an argument with their man, and they giving you advice off their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because they mad at a situation in their life. That's kind of how I saw his advice. It was never to really uplift a woman to do better. It was just to uplift her to stay single. Seriously. Yeah, because he wanted all the women to see him as this perfect man and say, until you find someone like me, you need to leave all these bum ass losers alone. And what's
how would be interpreted like that from a guy's perspective? Because he never was on the guy's side, so I can understand how you think that.
No, I'm just saying, go down the list. He gave Jada a pass when she was cheating. You know, well, when she had a thing with the young boy.
I don't remember the video from
well, they didn't see me all kind of shit. And they said in Atlanta, this shit ain't no secret. Like, his dirt been in the street for years in Atlanta.
And see, that's what I believe. I believe stuff like that because that's what he lived at. That's his city. And I'm like, but the doctor chick, she wasn't from Atlanta. She had recently moved to Atlanta to take a job at that hospital. So I can kind of see where maybe I don't know, I don't have, first-hand knowledge about who you is because first of all, I'm not from here. I don't really know people here. And I haven't really associated. Right. So yeah, that kind of made sense from the way she presented it.
Yeah, because she said she's a surgeon, and a lot of in the medical field don't have social media, and they don't have time for it.
Exactly, they don't have time for it. That's true.
But that's why I say his advice was trash, because it was jaded.
I don't think that it was. I think that's kind of a stretch. I can see some of it being jaded, or some of it being like play on emotions type of thing, like. If the girl that just experienced her dude cheating on her or whatever, and then he coming out with I can see how, but all of it wasn't about. Some of it was kind of proactive. Women, take accountability for your actions. It wasn't all just.
But Julius, he was coming down hard. A motherfucker forget a birthday, leave that nigga. A motherfucker leave the garbage can. Didn't take the garbage out, leave that nigga.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
I need to see that post. But he's like,
I'm gonna be sharing. I'm gonna be sharing a lot with y'all. Then I see. It was like nothing. Like I remember, because I don't know him by heart, but I remember one video. A chick called in saying that she got with a guy, took the guy from another woman, and then got upset because the guy was going back to his first woman, and she telling him how he ain't shit. No, nigga, she knew he had a woman, and she took him. Right, but he never said she wasn't shit. He just said he wasn't shit because he was playing with two women emotions.
First of all, he's not going to attack his main supporters.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You said it in an absolute though, but I wouldn't put it in an absolute. It's not everything is jaded.
75% of it. 75% was pandering.
There are cases. 75% is so high.
75%. Seriously, I mean, think about it. His fan base is women. He took no chances of pissing them off. No chances.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? If they came saying, I ain't had sex with my man in 2 years and he want to date outside the relationship, he go in on the man.
I mean, but who wouldn't?
No.
If your sister came to you and said, I ain't had sex with my man in 2 years and he want to date outside the relationship, what you gonna say to your sister?
First I'm gonna ask her, why you not having sex for 2 years? What's going on? Why don't you want to have sex with him for 2? See what I'm saying? He don't do that. He don't.
You gonna ask your sister?
Yeah. Why you ain't fucking your man? Why? What, you don't like him no more? That's a simple question.
Maybe he not engaging in sex with her.
No. But the thing is, we don't know because Jackson punk ass never asked. He just said, okay, now this is a clear case of a fuck boy. No, dude, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like y'all just said, maybe this, maybe that. He don't do no maybes when it comes to the women. No maybes. He just goes all the way here.
Where's yours?
Yeah, we ain't doing the show.
Right back.
We ain't doing the show. You ain't gotta hit mute. But no, I'm just saying. That's why I said it was jaded. He never asked the women nothing. He just was like, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Let's go. Get him out of there. Fuck him. Let's go. He was telling married women to leave their men. Like, come on, dude. Married women gotta leave their man because he fucked up or didn't do something right. Damn.
I need you to spend all the
I mean, that dude was rough. That dude was rough. And
I'm not like a Derrick Jaxn like #1 fan type of chick, so I don't see a lot of his stuff. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he was on he was
followed him pretty closely. Maybe you tell us about some of these videos. I probably was following heavy in like definitely 2019.
Yeah, don't say probably. Cause I remember your ass. No, I'm just saying I remember her, boy. That was her boo-booski.
On Facebook, just the rattle cages.
You had a crush on that man.
But y'all know what y'all so easily excited. You could do one little thing and boom, all y'all, you Lucky, Lita, y'all going in.
Yeah, because we got free time. What's wrong with that? It goes down in the group. Y'all already know this. And that was y'all main man. Anytime y'all had to say something to rebuttal us, y'all went to Sir Jaxn, boy. Woo.
No.
Y'all ran to Sir Jaxn. Share Sir Jaxn. Sir Jaxn. Get him, Sir Jaxn.
This is what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a lot of that advice was good advice. My opinion. And notwithstanding that he wasn't taking his own advice or don't want his wife to take his advice. You know what I'm saying? I think that the advice had to come from somewhere, which would be personal situations, in my opinion. So you're saying that you just think a lot about a lot of stuff and not have been through it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that he gave this advice based on his own personal situation?
But it would seem so. He'd be like, your nigga open the side chick house, pack your shit up like you gone. Unless he's sitting in front of the side chick house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. It would seem so. But they don't tell you, man, you don't do this. And Stezo would be like, man, what you tell her to leave her man? That's your rebuttal.
Yeah, why you tell her to leave your man or leave your husband? Why they can't talk about it? You and your wife get to talk about it. Why they can't talk about it and discuss it? Why he can't bring his girl on live with a fucked up outfit on? You know what I'm saying? He ain't get that chance.
Well, initially she said you left. They ain't found God. You ain't found God yet. You
Look, y'all gonna stop putting this on God. Y'all gonna put this on God. Jesus called me today and said I ain't got nothing to do with that nigga. That's what Jesus said. For real.
On the main line?
Hell yeah. Jesus hit me up like, what's up with your mans? I said, oh.
You know I don't mess with him.
Right. Yeah. He was like, I did not put that on him. He ain't gonna put this on me.
He said, what? I like your hair with the little red twist thing going on. Thank you, baby. I did it myself.
Y'all funny. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty real fast.
Okay.
Because I have yet to. No, because I'm just saying I have yet to see a strong. Because we in cancel culture. This is cancel culture. This is cancel society. I have yet to see a strong push to cancel. Right, and I think that's because his fan base is women. I don't think women want to bash him and cancel him because if they do that, it's almost admitting that they will play the fool.
I don't think that that's one and the same though, Steve. So he can give good advice, or his advice could be something that could be applicable in situations. You're not really playing me a fool because what you said was solid. It's just that you're not following your own advice.
So your information is no longer credible, basically. Like I still want to listen to shit else he said, even if everything that he said was correct. Like you're no longer a credible source.
And that's true because once I know that, nigga, you don't even know how to color within the lines. How you gonna teach me how to do it?
Right.
It does make it less credible. But I was duped because
you said also
the information you give would help me. I left that man and guess what? He's still doing the same thing to some other chick.
Yeah. But still, like I feel what you're saying, and I agree with that, but I would never, if I was supporting him like you were supporting and buying books and buying games and shit, I would not do that shit anymore. Because you got a wife at home that's right. That you basically choked her and made her camera.
It was good. He was holding her hand so tight.
It don't matter.
Like, it don't matter. He does like, don't say nothing.
I'm no longer supporting this foolery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I'm sure that a lot of people don't feel that way.
Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, if I go to a party and Bill Cosby bartending, I'm drinking out of my own bottle. I don't know about y'all.
First of all,
I don't know about y'all.
Lazy clips
I'm just saying. From what I heard, I don't need you to make my shit. For real. But it seems like he's not going to get canceled. It's not a strong cancel. So what's his future? What's his future, y'all think?
Are you saying that you got to start coming?
Oh, yeah, I stopped that a long time ago. I stopped listening to Kells a long time ago.
So this is the thing. This is a difference for R. Kelly. R. Kelly was preaching to women about how to treat your fucking family, how to treat your daughters, you know what I'm saying? Like he is basically preaching to motherfuckers on how to be. He's a white
R. Kelly was saying, I don't think that's wrong with the little bump and grind.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
He songs, nigga, like I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but
and that's why I can't listen to him because it's like when he's singing, I'm like, what little girl is he picturing in his head? It just bothers me. And then somebody fucked my world up years ago. They was like, go back and watch the Bump and Grind video. He said, look at them girls in the audience and tell me that ain't Simeon's fucking whole school just sitting there. And then,
I was in the audience, motherfucker.
See, he was in high school. So yeah, it just messed my head up. Like, damn, they look so young.
But see, I have no excuse. I can sit here and say that, you know what I'm saying, they made the decision, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but in reality, he was focused because he was older and wiser and he took advantage of them girls. And I don't listen to R. Kelly as much, but if the motherfucking songs come on, I don't turn the station, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't out here. Yeah, I ain't out here, you know, bashing nobody who listens to him. I'm just saying, I just couldn't do it. You know.
Cancel culture has too much power. Honestly, because people can get canceled for like shit that really is not even worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Legend. That's right. That's like not even proven. Now, as far as Derrick Jaxn, I think the only reason, because if he had been any other podcaster, shit, Stezo, you a podcaster. You get caught cheating on your girl, and you got a side chick. Nobody gonna get two shits.
But I'm not giving that advice.
Exactly. That's the only reason why it's so harmful for him. Because you out here.
Exactly. And that was what I'm saying. I agree.
So, I mean, he gonna get what's coming to. I think he is gonna lose his platform, but somebody is. Somebody will. He's gonna lose his platform. Like, it's not gonna continue to grow. He's not gonna continue to get business. People are not gonna continue to book him. It's not gonna happen because they're gonna go straight to Ace Metaphor. Ace Metaphor, what's the other dude's name? Christine just told us about. I'm just looking up on him. Him and his wife do stuff together.
I don't know.
I haven't looked at her to Ace Metaphor. That's right.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Ace Metaphor videos. He's so animated. Yeah.
You know what they need out here? They need Willie Mo Jr. to come back. That's what they need. Willie Mo wouldn't have been through all this. Willie Mo.
I'm really going to
He posted a video. He did come back to do a video.
Oh, he did? I ain't seen that one. I gotta watch that.
I actually like Willie Mo Jr. though. He was real kind of humble with his, and he had like the guy aspect to his videos and stuff too. But he seemed like he was on the up and up.
Yeah.
Really, he was at home. One thing, he was at home. He was at home. His wife and children was in the background of his videos. Willie Mo Jr. But you know what? That wasn't Willie Mo. That was somebody else. Who was that? Who was the other dude who talked, but he might have been Willie Mo.
Yeah, Willie Mo the one that wear the fitteds and always flat out.
And he be flat out. Yeah, that's his saying. He be at home. Tony something. What's his name?
Oh, is it Tony Gaskins?
Gaskins. Yeah, that's his name right there. Tony.
Willie Mo Jr. about to call that pastor, ain't he? I know he's
Gaskins.
Yeah.
It's Gaskins.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot more out there, you know, that can really try to help relationships. That's what I want to see.
I think Derrick had a lot more play because he was on social media. He has a really big social media presence.
He got played because he had muscles. He wore tiny t-shirts and the women loved it.
Yeah, Willie Mo had fitted shirts on.
But everybody knows Willie Mo married.
He used what he got to get.
Yeah, that's true. He made it known that he was married, which makes his advice more, I mean, it's more credible. It's like, I'm going to take that because they've been happily married. His wife be, you know, right there with him in some of his videos, and the kids be running around all happily, whatever.
Right, and he don't call me a piece of shit. That holds weight.
You know, that's being behind his stuff. Tony Gaskins, too. Tony Gaskins talked about how
hey, that's it. Well, I can't see your picture no more, that chick.
She keep coming in and out. What you had, girl? He tell us about how he used to be, what he used to be like.
Yeah, he do. He be real careful too. Yeah, he be real careful.
When his wife left him, she left him like, oh, so you want to play in the streets? You for the streets. Right. The streets can have you, boo. The streets can have you. So he was like, wait a minute. I don't want the streets. And he was like, I think that's cute. Like that.
Who that cute?
Tony. You said he don't think he cute. You don't think he's like as cute as he is? He has them.
Alright, y'all, calm down. Leave the man alone. He's married. Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone, please.
He got some real nice eyes. I can say that. Yeah.
Oh Lord, we done put the fast tail crew on him. He ain't gonna make it. Gaskins ain't gonna make it. We gonna be playing another Gaskins card game in a minute. I can see it already.
Let me tell you what you not gonna do, Stezo.
I didn't do nothing. They done broke the man down for his cuteness. Well, ladies, let me ask each one of y'all, and y'all all can answer it. What advice would you give women who are out here desperately searching for advice?
I think I'll let Mimi answer first because Tasha we can talk about.
Really? Just go volunteer me.
So advice for women who are searching for advice. I think that the main thing is to listen to your own intuition and stop being so hard up for someone to tell you what to do. Like, because they could give you wrong information and you just like out here, like, especially if they fat. Not saying Derrick was fat, but you know what I'm saying, he was easy on the ass. He was showing muscles. You know what I'm saying?
He had a cute smile and a banging body.
Yeah, and so it's easy to listen to somebody like that because you think that you're automatically going to get a better piece of advice from a man. And I know a lot of women are like, well, not a lot of women, but women, they love to hear a man's perspective. Mm-hmm. So just be careful with who you listening to. And also the main thing is, like, what is their life saying about? Like, are they in a position to give you a piece of advice? Exactly. That's the main thing. Like you said, nobody knew about this man's life. I never knew he was married or did a relationship or anything.
Majority people didn't know.
Yeah. So I guess that's my little 10 cents.
Anybody else? Anyone?
Okay, I'm echo brown sugar baby sugar. I would piggyback off of brown sugar. Yeah, it's like if the person who used to get advice from is not in a position, like she said, or they're not walking in the same thing that they're trying to give you, then it's not that you probably shouldn't be taking their advice.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, also what she said is like, try to listen to yourself. Try to, figure out exactly what it is you think you try to get advice for, and you process it first. And listen to you, because 9 times out of 10 people already know stuff that they just want somebody else to validate.
Yeah, and they want a man to validate. A woman is always looking for a man's perspective. They are,
especially on another man.
Yeah. No, get down, Jax. I'm sorry. Hey, Maxie. Don't look at my camera like that.
Who's all the people? Mama, who you talking to?
You like, can I get some attention, please? I'm sorry, Stezo.
No, take your time.
But ultimately, I'm a person who likes to get a man's perspective on things too, because a lot of times, men are going to have a different outlook or take on a situation, and I just want to see how I like to see other women's perspective too. But if I've already consulted women, now I want to hear what a man has to say. But just make sure that this ain't no thought-ass man that you listen to.
And you don't have an agenda, because most, like, say I'm talking to my ex-boyfriend.
That is very
my ex-boyfriend trying to get with me. Like, you don't want to listen to what that has to say.
Well, before we close out, I'm gonna give all the ladies some advice. I say, get you a nice bubble bath, put some bath bombs in there, get you some wine you like. Go on the StezoRadio.com website, order you an oversized t-shirt, get out that bath and just wear that t-shirt or that hoodie. We got it all on that site. And just play you some nice music and probably order another t-shirt from the StezoRadio.com website.
He just Derrick Jaxn up.
Stezo, Stezo don't plug himself, okay? Stezo know what he's doing, okay? Stezo is just trying to help the women right now, okay? That's all I'm trying to do, help the women.
I'm just trying to understand. We don't have a whole bunch of Derrick Jaxn services.
Okay.
We have some Derrick Jaxns out the woodwork.
Okay. Well, on that note, ladies, we're out. Oh, and thank you, and we're out.